Hi, I'm Giorgio Presti and I'm virtually here to present PhonHarp, a hybrid digital-physical musical instrument for mobile phones exploiting the vocal tract. In this presentation, I'll briefly discuss the idea behind the proposed instrument and one of its ancestors. Then I'll describe the design of the app and finally I'll provide a small demo of its capabilities. The main source of inspiration for this work is the desire to create an hybrid musical instrument that embodies digital technology, such as a software running on a smartphone, analog electroacoustic devices, that is, the phone loudspeaker, and physical components, such as the musician's mouth, thus breaking the boundaries between analog, digital, and physical musical instruments. From a technological point of view, this work is similar to a Talkbox, a pedal effect born in the 60s. The goal of the Talkbox is to let the performer modify the sound of a musical instrument with her mouth, thanks to a plastic tube that connects the instrument to the oral cavity. While the tube injects sound in the oral cavity, the musician can mimic words with her mouth, without actually pronouncing them. In this way, simply using the vocal tract, the spectral composition of the signal is modified, giving the audience the illusion of listening to a speaking instrument. This is basically a physical version of the vocoder. To turn the smartphone into something similar, we designed an app called PhonHarp. The goal of PhonHarp is letting the user transform their smartphone into a hybrid musical instrument simply by installing a piece of software, with no need for external devices. Then, they should be able to shape the sound through their vocal tract. To this end, two key aspects must be considered. First, the smartphone must be held like a flute in order to bring the loudspeaker as close as possible to the mouth. Secondly, the timbre has to present spectral richness in order to offer the possibility to obtain an articulated effect. Moreover, the design should foster expressivity and hackability, that is, the possibility for the user to find new, unpredicted ways to play with the instrument. Concerning interaction and playability aspects, we opted for a monophonic instrument, with the possibility to perform melodic lines spanning across at least 2 octaves, playing all notes of the chromatic scale. Both left and right-handed users are considered. The designed interface presents a keyboard consisting of 5 buttons indicated with white circles in figure. To handle the instrument, users must rotate the smartphone in order to bring the speaker toward the mouth. You can see here 2 alternative ways to hold the phone. Although PhonHarp may recall a flute, the relationship between the fingering and the played notes makes it more like a trumpet. To identify the note triggered, we will use a 4-bit binary encoding of numbers in the interval 1 to 15. These notes are mapped onto a diatonic musical scale, thus determining an extension equal to 2 octaves. During the configuration phase, it is possible to specify the type of scale chosen between major and natural minor, the first grade, and the reference octave. Concerning the sound production, we choose to let the user manage and customize a list of available timbres. In particular, we provided control over harmonic content, vibrato, tremolo, equalization, portamento, volume, and envelopes. Many of these parameters can also be dynamically adjusted during the performance in order to render the instrument more expressive. Finally, a feature for sharing timbre settings with user contacts is provided via standard Android sharing practices. The core of the app is the software synthesizer, whose block diagram is now shown. It consists in a semi-normalized subtractive architecture composed of a variable pulse width square wave oscillator followed by an amplitude modulation block and a simple equalizer. Typically, subtractive synthesizer also carry a filter module, but in this case, the filter is provided by the mouth of the musician, thus involving a physical process in the sound generation chain. Using a variable pulse width oscillator allows the user to select in a simple way among odd-only harmonics, typical of blowed instruments, all harmonics, typical of plucked string instruments, and the pulse width modulated sounds, similar to bowed string instruments. You can check the paper for further details about other parameters. Now I would let you enjoy this little demo of the instrument. If you want to try the app by yourself, you can get it on Google Play Store at this URL. Remember, this is still a beta version, since we are constantly improving the app. I hope you enjoyed our work, and that's it. Thanks for watching.